go. Man, like fucking clockwork. Alright, so we're gonna be reacting to some good old Among Us versus. Man, you did not miss a fucking beat, did you?
I am in fucking bored.
I literally sent the message and I immediately see your light turn on and I'm like, this fucking bastard. Alright, so
Yeah, you know why? Because I'm just having the iPad play music and then it's just like, oh, a fucking message. This came later than I thought it would. Okay, I'll fucking join. I'm not really doing anything that needs urgent attention.
Kyle just staring up at the ceiling with his dog laying on his like fucking chest, like, what am I doing?
No, that'd be far more interesting than what I'm actually doing.
What are you doing? Watching paint dry?
No, I'm trying to get to the last fucking mission in Infamous 2 so I can get selected footage that I need.
Bro, are you still on that?
The game fucked me the big way. I needed to go through the evil route because all the last skills I needed from the evil route, and I thought I could just chase it by being like, I'm gonna do evil for the last mission. And it's just like, no, switch your karma the right way. It's just like, fuck you. It's easier if I just, do the game from scratch.
Bruh. Alright, hello, Jeremy. Yeah. So, Final Death Battle of the Year.
Sponsored by Marvel Snap.
Sponsored by Marvel Snap. Not me, Death Battle.
The year was 2020. The long wait as we all experienced the most viral sensation in recent years. It was Among Us. Nah, Fall Guys was the biggest news.
Yeah, I remember 2020.
Bro, 2020 was 4 to 5 years ago.
Bro, I still remember 2020 being like, oh, you get to fucking have some time. You get to have some time off because of a selected virus. And it's just like everyone's just like, oh my god, I realize I don't have a personality. I'm so bored, and all the gamers are just like, it's time to catch up. But no, that wasn't my fucking ideal summer of COVID. No, because mate was like, Kyle, I need fucking God of War skins, and I'm like, no. I'm still upset to this day that I wasted my entire COVID holiday getting scans.
No, but Kyle is right. A lot of people. COVID kind of checked a lot of people's belief about their own, existence. I still remember that. That's funny.
Where's an iron boomstick?
Yeah, it turned out all the introverts realized it's like all the introverts were in their element, and then all the extroverts were like, wow, when I don't feed off social interaction, I'm actually boring as fuck, and I have no likes or personality.
Sounds about right. Hello, Yozukur.
Their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the lonely dark of space, aboard a malfunctioning vessel, a peculiar crew of bean-shaped astronauts must work together to save their souls from a quiet demise. Tons of stuff could go wrong at any moment, and it's up to these colorful clowns to fix it.
Among Us is actually pretty
Since
solid
their
game.
spacesuits don't seem to have any arms. Oh, that's not actually a suit. That's
boring.
just how they are.
It's a
Wait,
good game.
what? Ew.
No, it's not.
That later. The tasks they undertake to save their ship require varying degrees of difficulty and skill. It may not take much to reconnect some wires in the
reproduce
cafeteria, but
asexually,
it certainly
likes,
does
bends,
to clear
flies,
asteroids when your
what
ship
the
is moving
fuck?
faster than light. If that's not a suit, then why do they have a cafeteria when they don't have a mouth? At any point, these creatures must draw from medical training, electrical skills, and mechanical know-how. Okay, but it's total chaos, so teamwork is key. They gotta spread out and trust that while they're all swiping cards, they have each other's backs. Right? Well, success is always uncertain, as though fate has placed some external
Didn't this
force
game
that
get
stands
a-
between this
didn't this game
species
get an
and
anime
their
show?
survival. There's an imposter.
I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of this
I
footage is
mean,
from.
Among Us,
Yeah, those
but
games
not
on TV
us,
show.
though. Right, Wiz? Right? For the 9th time, I'm not an imposter.
Does it have voice acting, or is it just like silence?
I'm not sure.
Say, their shape.
I'm excited for the Kratos sweep. Bro, you mean the Azura sweep? The imposters can shapeshift. They do not appear to gain any abilities.
Shifting aliens. They
We-
could be anyone or any mad
We have to find a
scientist,
time that's convenient for you, me, and Mangler.
It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be. Ooh. Ooh, no,
So-
it's gonna be a little complicated.
So I can do one of two things for you. I can either forego a stream on my Friday, or I can forego a stream on my Sunday.
We'll have to ask Mangler what will be easier for him.
lab coat.
Well, neither,
The
because
imposter
fucking
threatens the
because anytime I get home, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning for him.
Yeah, but if he should be able to do Saturday, Sunday, because I don't think he works on the weekend.
Well, I was gonna say, unless he wants to make time like during the fucking like one of the weekends.
Man can literally just go to sleep and then just fucking wake up.
pushes them towards extinction by any means necessary. Anything from damaging
Yeah, no,
lights
it'll
to
probably be
wrecking
on
the
your
ship's
Friday, my
reactor.
Saturday.
Which
I'll
can't be
talk to him
tricky
about
to
it.
fix in time, even though
If it's gonna be on my Friday, you're gonna have to let me know when.
Well, I mean, don't you normally stream on your Friday, my Saturday? No. You stream on your Sunday for me on Saturday, huh?
When it's your Saturday, it's my Sunday.
Yeah, it'll probably be on your Sunday.
skilled at crawling through the
Engineer, noisemaker, scientist, engineer, imposter, shapeshifter, phantom, ghost, can't affect the physical world, guardian angel.
fence. The crewmates need special engineer training to do the same, so not all of them can McLean it up. All while the imposters conceal their motivations and infiltrate the herd. The others always know something isn't right, and the imposters use that paranoia to motivate their prey into ejecting each other into space, just for being kinda sus.
Did you know that cow farts are the #1 cause of rising?
Oh,
Which
that's
is the imposter?
I went from 1 to 100.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man just pulls out a fucking
lot
gun
about
on a
these
gun.
aliens. And just to put it out there, it isn't me.
That's a good point. Have you ever heard him say sus?
No, what do you mean? Knowing a lot is literally my job.
I can
Oh, my ear canals!
Ah, jeez, fix your mic, dummy.
I agree with the metal bowling ball.
Well, I knew the sussy baka from the start. And again, just to be very clear, it isn't me.
So Ringmaster is gonna be voted
Come
out.
on, anyone could be the imposter, Boomstick. It's completely random. Random starts with R and so does. Oh, I know who it is. It's always the red one.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? It isn't me.
Yeah.
It isn't me.
Oh, right. There's usually 2 imposters. Dear God. The imposters
Well,
aren't
Dante
just
versus
tricksters. They're
Featherhead,
also
who wins?
hunters.
Who the fuck is Featherhead?
Bloodhounds tracking and
Featherhead.
assassinating crewmates when
Featherhead.
they least expect it. They'll snap their necks, stab them with a knife, shoot them with a desert eagle, or use their frickin' tongues to impale their faces. Oh, God! Right through the visor. They may look like they're wearing spacesuits, but that's not a visor. That is their actual face. Examining their cross-section reveals their insides always match the color of their bodies, and that they are comprised of exactly 1 large bone, which must mean their ability to walk is entirely muscle-based. Their whole anatomy is one unsolvable mystery. Ew! They've got human toes, puff arms for no reason, and can stretch like Mr. Fantastic? What are these freaky things? No one knows. They don't even exist within
Yeah,
the
it's gotta be
same
the anime
realm of
show.
mortality as you or I. Even if one of them is killed or ejected into the lifeless void of space, they return as a ghost, invisible, incorporeal, unable to communicate with the living, but nonetheless still among us. Even beyond death, they can plot the demise of other crew. Or become guardian angels for the living by literally shielding them. That's gotta be one tough shield, because remember that Desert Eagle they holster? Apparently, that thing also fires a laser that can rip apart whole planets. Good God! To split this planet apart like that would need over 10 non-million
What
tons
the
of TNT. A number so incomprehensible you'd have to multiply 1 billion by 1 billion. Twice. More than enough to annihilate Earth over 160 million times.
Yeah, they're
Which
trying really
seems like
fucking hard to
overkill
make
for
that
the
impressive.
space vampires they were fighting.
You know what's funny is that if you actually convert that to what it is, it's probably like star level or like multi-star.
Probably, yeah.
with a variety of other universes. Fortnite, Vampire Survivors, Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, the classics.
Including this Henry Stickmin guy. Apparently, he's a kleptomaniac with a surprisingly wide and wacky arsenal all the crew can have.
Desert Eagle-eyed crewmates will find Henry's weapons throughout the ship, like a banana bomb, a teleporter, a ninja star, and a magic pencil that can bring drawings
Henry
to life.
Stickman's kind of an
These
interesting
creepy
game.
Teletubbies can sketch whatever they want into existence, and they're suddenly everywhere.
Isn't that the person that people want most if they're going to fight Maxwell?
Yeah, but Maxwell shitstorms him as far as I know. Stickman.
Couldn't you just literally say he can just make Superman God or Cthulhu or Super Cthulhu?
Yeah, but Cthulhu gets killed by 50 shotgun bullets, so what does it matter?
Does he?
Yeah. No, so Cthulhu beats God, but if you give God a shotgun, God with the shotgun beats Cthulhu.
Oh, where's these little trash can people are freaking me out.
In a strange way, all of this
Oh,
makes
Hudson.
sense for this fascinating
Mr.
species.
Lord seems high
In the
right now.
face of insurmountable
Military
odds,
Buster,
something inside
fellow Star
tells them
Wars.
to band together no matter what,
Yeah.
to use all the tools available and try to survive again and again. On a ship, on strange planets, anywhere they may be, in spite of anything that may be going on in the world. They either fix what's broken or face certain doom. But no matter what, they do it together.
Together! Yeah! Ooh!
Yeah, not really.
Hey y'all, this is Chad. If you don't know, I voice Boomstick. Here at 1 p.m. Central today, Sam and I are going to be playing some
Lovable.
I need to be CPR.
Bruh. There we go.
Fall Guys!
Oh, that
Who
was
race
fun.
each other through fun playgrounds with nothing but clear skies above.
These
I never
lively
played Fall
obstacle
Guys.
courses showcase their inherent skills and abilities.
Among Us was the one
As
I
if
gave a
drawn
shot to,
by
but I know Fall
natural
Guys is pretty
instinct,
popular.
They hurdle over barriers together and pass through various tests of strength, agility,
You never
and
played this game,
mental
did you, Kyle?
fortitude.
And it's pretty
No.
impressive considering how elaborate these bounce house courses
I'm
are.
not really
How do
for a
these
multiplayer
weebles
game.
through it?
With a
That's fair.
shocking level of innate parkour mastery that otherwise hasn't been seen since 2006. But honestly, not many of the beans make it. And
Stars
only
in their own
one can be
manga?
crowned the winner before everything starts all over again.
How the heck
Which
does this
makes
have a
for some
manga?
very friendly competition.
gotta be
Like
gag
survival
manga.
of the fittest, but for a bunch of candy grimaces. They'll
I was gonna say,
slice
fucking,
into each other
like,
to make it
this
out
would
on
not
top,
surprise me if
or
it's a
even
Japanese
roll up into
game.
a ball and launch across the
That's
course
fair.
self-preservation beat.
No, like it's
And
built
over
like
time, the
have you ever
beans have
seen like
evolved to
Japanese
higher levels
Wipeout?
of-
It's built like that.
No, but they're probably
Of,
better wipe out than
let's
we
call it
do.
imagination. The engineer
Yeah, unfortunately,
Digi
so
invented the
to clarify, me and Kyle know next to nothing about these series when it comes to scaling, so that's why we're not really commenting on too much.
There's not really a lot to say because there's not really a lot that we disagree with because we know nothing.
Yeah.
creative device so the beans could start making and designing new obstacles and challenges for themselves,
Oh, they
as
added
well
a
as
little creative to
additional
this game?
tools like wrecking balls, wind-up boxes for punching foes, and even translators that make their nonsensical language intelligible.
But even at their best, they're still just flinging themselves over these obstacles like a bunch of drunken lemmings.
This species seems to
Thank
have
God,
a
John, before I started the
biological
scaling
urge
part.
to navigate these courses for one singular purpose: get that crown.
Yeah, from what I
mean,
understand, Fall
if I could
Guys
be king
just
for a day, I'd
stomped
push you
out
off
the
a cliff right
series.
now.
Or Among Us and scaling.
Very funny. Get away from him.
Things in the Blunder Dome can
Blast
get
balls, creative
wild.
device,
We've
man,
seen
block,
these
punch,
goobers
form,
get
resurrection,
smacked by
celebrate
giant
power
mallets
moves.
and fall into actual hot lava,
The
but they
TARDIS?
always pop back up at the
Look at the
qualification.
TARDIS.
Beg your pardon?
Why do so? Why do these get crossover fucking items? Like, seems kind of fucking weird. Cause they get the Hadouken, they get Pac-Man.
I mean, to be fair, I guess it's fair because they gave that to Among Us as well.
All right, then whenever Fortnite shows up, Fortnite is just gonna shitstomp whoever they go up
Later,
against.
completely unharmed somehow.
These remarkable
Is Fall Guys in
creatures have
Fortnite as
demonstrated
well?
some
Every fucking comic and manga basically is in Fortnite nowadays.
dumbfounding durability,
I think Fall
such as
Guys
getting
is also
struck by
in,
meteors.
Far Cry.
That's a hit anywhere
Or
from
not Far Cry,
18 tons of TNT to 15
Is Fall Guys in fucking in Fortnite? Fall Guys is in Fortnite, right? They had a crossover.
kilotons. But they still get right back up to Rube Goldberg themselves straight through another obstacle course.
On top of that, they were hit with the Big Bang and came out the other side completely.
Oh
fucked.
yeah. This is this is a fucking Fortnite fucking reference.
Never
Yeah,
hit
this is
the
the
Big Bang
Fortnite
and came
moment.
out the other side completely fine. Wait, what? Did I just say the Big Bang? Why do we even mention the meteor? Who cares? Their suits are basically indestructible.
Boomstick, I hate to tell you this.
No,
Those aren't really.
don't say it.
Those aren't actually suits. That's their skin.
Oh, man.
Boom.
Big Bang and came out.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this for the record. I don't know how viable this feat actually is. If this is the supernova, or if this is the universe creation feat they're using, because there are people who survived this explosion who would not scale to the explosion. It is kind of random what survives and what doesn't in the Fortnite Big Bang. Every time the universe gets reset, it's kind of random what makes it and what doesn't. So I don't know how valid this actually is as a feat.
I guess you would still mention it just for the possibility that they can.
Yeah, like this is definitely a possibility scenario, but like, I mean, Jonesy, I'm pretty sure survives this, unless we're gonna argue Jonesy is now fucking at least uni durability before he gets shot with the Glock and dies.
The other side completely fine.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's another character too with no special properties. A Rubber Duck survived, and the wanted poster, and there's Jonesy right there, I think.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Did I just say the Big Bang? Why do we even mention the meteor? Who cares?
This feat's
Their
actually a little
suits
sus,
are
unironically.
indestructible.
Boomstick, I hate to tell you this.
No,
Those aren't really.
don't say it.
Those aren't actually suits. That's their skin.
Oh, man. People were getting weird back in 2020. Didn't they have better things to do?
With only arms, legs, and eyes, there must be some genetic mechanism inside the beans that causes them to be self-sustaining. Though after some dissection, it's unclear. This is an official image, but
This is official lore now. Humans shown for scale.
Oh, and that's a Twitter scan, by the way.
That is a Twitter scan. Fall Guys are 100. They're 6 feet tall. That's a weird bone structure for their skin.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucked. They've got scoliosis of the mega kind.
Yeah, I know about this. The only person who can legitimately scale to uni is The Rock, the Visitor, who managed to rank the 0 point. Yeah, not everyone scales to the 0 point, so I don't know if it's fair to give the Fall Guys that scaling.
by the way.
I don't know what's more upsetting.
Yeah, The Rock probably was the only one who tanked it. That actually
That
makes sense.
skeleton or the fact that these
Little is known. Okay, here we go. Little is known about the mysterious life forms that suddenly appeared in the gold saucer, apart from the fact that they love to race. And this specimen has apparently decided that it wants to race you without end. Rumor has it that underneath this rotund exterior, a skeleton looks like a nightmarish amalgamation man bird, but there's no way to determine that.
jelly beans are 6 friggin' feet tall.
Imagine bumping into this thing in a dark alleyway. No, thank you.
So, this means when you start the
Yeah,
game,
no, that's
you're
just a uni reset, not them taking a big bang. That's completely false. Yeah.
flat out naked? Just
I thought
swing
so.
it away. Beans in the wind.
Now, to be clear, you could
Wouldn't that be technically? Wouldn't that be getting into semantics for whether or not that's the same thing or not?
when the universe restarts itself, it kind of brings back everybody. So this is kind of like a Mario situation where it's like, okay, so technically they do exist during the event, but they also come back regardless of what happens during the event. So I don't know if you can scale them or not. I think Mario has more ground to stand on than these guys do, because I mean Jonesy has been fucking recreated every single fucking universe, and Jonesy's always there. You know,
I don't
just saw him
know who that is.
I know you don't know who that fucking is.
Such nakedness would be allowed, considering what's actually happening is the Fall Guys are contestants in a non-stop 24/7 game
You see them all
show,
getting sucked into
the
a life, then it
Ultimate
gets pulled
Knockouts.
back?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's actually happening here. So what might be misconstrued as some sort of migration cycle is really a brutal, never-ending gauntlet that takes advantage of their tunnel vision.
So it's like the Truman Show mixed with Wipeout and Naked and Afraid. What happened to them being just colorful cartoon beans?
That actually sounds like a pretty sick show.
Bruh. Brandon knew the Awesomer stretched beyond the observable universe? When did that happen?
Twitter scan.
Oh, but they didn't show it.
Oh, they will.
Survive lava, atmospheric re-entry, and the Big Bang. Yeah, Big Bang is kind of
Survive to keep playing the game no matter
Big Bang's
what.
kind of a little
The game
iffy
makers
there.
have said that when the beans fall to their death, they feel a moment of displacement, serenity, zen-like detachment from all worldly and physical bonds. Then they pop back onto the podium to celebrate their achievements. That's an official quote.
They've also said they're strong enough to rip someone in half.
If you were standing between it and a crown, it potentially wouldn't want to go. Oh, Fall Guys can pick each other up, and they're as tall as humans. Could they tear a human in half? Wait, is this a Twitter? Is this a Twitter statement?
I'm gonna say this right now. If they're gonna be this much off Twitter for this matchup, Kratos is gonna get his fucking shit kicked.
Who's ready for Twitter to disappear during the God of War matchup?
No, you know if they use Twitter this much for Kratos, Kratos is gonna get his
hang on.
fucking shit kicked
Official
in.
quote.
They've also said they're strong enough to rip someone in half and can stretch their bodies so far they pass beyond the observable universe.
Oh god, the Twitter feats.
Oh yeah! January 18th, 2022, 9:14 a.m. The Fall Guy stretched so far he exited the universe as we know it, and then he kept going.
Speaking of
Kratos is fucked.
Universe.
oh god.
It sounds like you've got thoughts. I can hear you clicking away in there in your head.
Okay. Okay. Is this a speed feat for Fall Guys? Do they use this as a speed feat?
They do.
Okay. I don't think this is valid. And you want to know why? Because according to the Twitter handle, the creators make him longer. He does not make himself longer. An outside force is stretching this character out to infinity. This would be like if God grabbed somebody, turned them into a fucking pastry or like a fucking noodle, and stretched them out forever. They're basically scaling that speed of God doing that to me as I turn into a noodle. This is not a valid. You can't use this unless there's a statement in this Twitter thread that they state that this guy is stretching himself. This is not a feat you can scale to the individual character.
Would the context that they're going to use be like they can stretch, therefore they must be doing it?
That's what they might claim, but that's not what this statement says. So this is not... There are two main feats that are supposed to win them the fucking match. Bro! Did Among Us get cheated? No!
The Twitter feats.
Oh yeah!
I'm more
January 18th,
interested in the
2022,
fact that they're now willing to use Twitter. They have condemned Kratos because he is the next one on here, and he has far more Twitter shit than this.
Guys, it looks like Death Battle was the imposter in this
He
matchup.
exited the
Nah,
universe
Kyle,
as
Twitter's not going to exist during that
we know
matchup.
it, and then he kept going.
Speaking of universes, the Fall Guys have seen dozens of guest stars from other stories and have learned from their cultures, like flying around in the TARDIS.
Fall Guys have undergone many crossovers. This analysis only includes relevant abilities and equipment they have clearly shown they can use or interact with for scaling purposes. I don't think they should have crossovers in general, personally.
Doctor Who fame, wielding He-Man's power sword, launching rings
Oh,
of
that's the power sword?
iconic Hadouken, or even just becoming Pac-Man. They just become Pac-Man. They're Pac-Man now.
Wiz, I know we've seen some crazy things on the show, but these 6 feet tall jelly bean monsters eat food through their feet. What are we about to rot upon?
And Discord?
Is this cute?
Who's ready? Who is fucking ready for when the God of War matchup to come out? Not a single Twitter statement or a black box saying we are not using Corey Balrog's Twitter statements.
No, they don't even have to because Matt Sophos and Bruno fucked them over the long way.
Nah, bro. Who's ready? Who's ready for no interviews and no Twitter statements?
Food through
No.
their feet.
Even
What are
better.
we about to
Collective cherry
rot upon
picking.
the world? Is this cute and colorful
Mate,
reality?
we're gonna have to stand by for emergency services because Mangler might suffer a fucking aneurysm if they basically just cherry pick,
Endless void of darkness.
which would be
and
worse than them not using it at all.
Is this cute and colorful reality an endless void of darkness and despair? Revelations of disturbances too catastrophic for the human mind to process? A vicious cycle on this blue marble surrounded by mouthless, dead-eyed fiends.
Pretty much.
Ah, cool, let's see him fight. Wiz, you gotta play that
Marvel Snap was good when it started. It kind of got worse as time went on. I stopped playing it when it started getting really bad. Unrealistic. You can't start Reactor Meltdown right away. You have to wait 30 seconds. Unrealistic. It's actually a pretty solid animation. They actually fucking being alright, they're gonna laugh at me. Yeah, the animation this season's been pretty solid. I'm gonna keep it a buck here. Even with the feats provided, I don't see how the Fall Guy kills the imposter. To be fair, if we're giving him the TARDIS and the Power Sword, then yeah, there's no fucking way that would have carried this match. Okay, so I'm assuming what's gonna happen is the imposter is going to burn to the sun. But doesn't the imposter survive going to the sun? Oh, it's gonna snap its tongue in half. What the fuck? Oh. Okay, fair enough. Wasn't it the Fortnite dance? Does Fall Guys not have their own dance? He's Blood Planet Freaky Imposter.
Oh, when's the next episode? This is my new favorite show. Move over, Chimp Crazy.
We broke this down into 3 categories: offense, defense, and the bizarre. Let's start with offense.
I mean, the bogus Among Us could blow up planets, not to mention moving faster than light to hit all those planets in one shot. It's kinda out there, but no Fall
Okay.
Guys ever done it.
Stop there. You don't have to move faster than light if you have a beam that can do that. It's fine for the beam, not for you.
Yeah.
Let's start with offense.
I mean, the bogus Among Us could blow up planets, not to mention moving faster than light to hit all those planets in one shot. It's kinda out there, but no Fall Guy has ever done anything like that. The crewmates clearly get the edge in offense.
Okay.
Though that impressive power matters less when we look at defense.
It's crazy how much damage the Fall Guys can walk off. They survived anything they're
Among Us crossover with Fortnite, but only appeared as back blings, which could not interact with the Big Bang event and can't directly scale.
What the fuck does that mean?
That is not a good argument, because the back blings, basically backpacks. They appear as backpacks. Everything in the Fortnite universe was affected by that Big Bang, if you go by this logic. There is no reason they should be exempt from that scaling chain. Actually fucking ridiculous.
course through at them, took hits from meteors, and most importantly, survived the Big Bang. You know, the explosion that blew the whole freaking universe into existence? Easy.
Yeah, they still, everything tanks to 0 point if we're giving it to the Among Us guy, or to the fucking Fall Guys. Yeah, no, ridiculous.
For the bumbling beans.
We can even go a step further.
Oh.
Both of these creatures have demonstrated various forms of invulnerability and death negation, like how the Fall Guys could always pop back up for another round, or how the crewmates became ghosts when they die. However, only the Fall Guys had a viable counter. Only the Fall Guys could ensure that their foe stays dead.
Pac-Man, they can become Pac-Man. You know, eats ghosts.
Brilliant.
I'm actually gonna give a hot take here. Pac-Man can only eat ghosts when he eats the power pellet. And I'm pretty sure that's canon within the cartoons too. So, where was the power pellet at?
Is that maybe it's more of a 3D Pac-Man deal?
I think Pac-Man, even in the TV shows, needs the power pellet.
No, I mean like in the 3D games.
I don't think that's been a rule. No, every game I think Pac-Man needs a power-up to fight the ghosts. I don't think there is a single Pac-Man piece of media, Pac-Man World? In Pac-Man World, he can eat the ghosts on his own? Sparta, well, is Pac-Man World an example of where he doesn't need buffs to eat the ghosts?
I never thought we'd be having a discussion about fucking Pac-Man and how his powers work.
Because Death Battle did this shit for Bowser and Eggman too, where they gave Bowser a lot more leeway on his abilities than Eggman. That's actually been a running theme this season. The matchups are not bad, the animation is good, and the research is better this time around.
Okay, yeah. The points are there besides from Joker vs. Jorno, where they just fucked Jorno over the long way.
No. But Jorno got screwed over because they gave way more leeway to Joker's abilities. But that's what this Death Battle's been the entire time. These are really close matchups where they don't provide enough evidence to really see. I'm just saying that 3D game Kyle was talking about was called I Never Played Pac-Man. Nah, the Ghostly Adventure show, Pac-Man doesn't need the power pellet to eat the ghosts. Okay, so the Ghostly Adventure doesn't need it? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I just need to see if there was a medium or a story where Pac-Man could do it without a power-up. Because as far as I knew, Pac-Man always needed a power-up, even in the original TV show. But you're saying he could do it in the Ghostly Adventures? That's fine. It's not consistent.
Wait.
Yeah, but
I think he can do it. I think he can do it too in Wreck-It Ralph without the pellet.
Okay, so it wouldn't be consistent, but there are examples of it, which I think is fine.
Which leads us to the truly bizarre stuff about both of these beanie freaks.
They could both stretch their bodies to absurd lengths, but only the Fall Guys stretch beyond the observable universe.
Again, the Fall Guy was affected by someone outside of itself, whereas the Among Us characters stretch themselves.
In a matter of minutes.
Well, you don't even have to play this game. All you have to do is be like, okay, how long did it take him to do this?
I think it was the same day.
No.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, like, if you wanted to be really cunty, you don't have a time frame.
Well, no, because every time they get a like, they go up apparently. But again, that's more so. I'm growing again. Among Us once tweeted that they are as big as the universe, though it's still less impressive than Fall Guys' Big Bang feat and their tweets in which they transcend the entire universe. Where's the tweets about transcending the entire universe?
If we take these posting times literally, that would mean the Fall Guys can stretch its speeds over a quadrillion times faster than light.
I don't know, Wiz. That feels like a bit of a stretch. Wink.
The crewmates did have plenty of answers to the Fall Guys hijinks, like a magic pencil sword to fight off He-Man's power sword, or how they could potentially hack Digi's creation.
The imposter sabotage ability could stop the created device for a time, but sabotage never made the device immediately irreparable. Yeah, but it's done it to where it's completely unoperational for that time period.
But the overwhelming...
what you have to argue then is, can you argue that the Fall Guys know how to fix their own shit? Or is it like a class?
Yeah.
amount of stuff that the Fall Guys have access to just dwarfs the Among Us crew's arsenal. I mean...
So, I think we're starting to see a couple of patterns. Because it's not just that they're giving more leeway, it's just that they're stating stuff, but they're not giving the amount of evidence needed to support it.
Yeah. I think
This is where I think we're going to have a problem. If they say that Kratos wins...
I think Kratos is winning the next round. I think Kratos is winning the next fight just because the consistency of this season has been giving leeway to one fighter more than the other, and I very much doubt they'll give the leeway to Azura.
Well, I think what this might actually come down to is speed. Because they can say like, oh, he can keep up with the Valkyries, but the Valkyries have pretty shoddy speed once you find out that they use the Bifrost to move.
I guarantee you they're not
they still have to scale Ashra to flying across the solar system and moving through Naraka.
I guarantee you they're not going to assume it's not their actual speed. I guarantee you Kratos is going to get every fucking assumption in his favor.
Spaceship crew had a few deadlier weapons among them, but the Fallen Guys had too many options that could not be countered.
The crewmates may have been cunning and dangerous, but the one-track-minded Fall Guys just wouldn't go down.
Making sure the losers of this fight were no longer among us.
Oh no, we never found the second imposter!
Ah, damn it, I knew that stupid robot was sus!
Sigh. So embarrassing.
The winner is the Fall Guys. And me.
Next time on Death Battle.
So the only argument that I've seen people try to say is that the Blade of Olympus could shrink Ashra, but that doesn't get rid of his strength.
Hang on. What's he saying?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
I thought it was actually a comment
Hope
about
you
the
enjoyed
matchup.
the episode, but the battle's not over because Sam and I are going head-to-head in Fall.
But yeah, I'm not too sure on this one. I mean, they'll give the Blade of Olympus to Kratos because of Valhalla for sure, and they'll probably say it can affect Azura's godly energy, even though Azura's more machine than like. But it's fine. I think that's a fine assumption. I'm just saying that given everything they've done this season, it's been a good season. I'll start off by saying Death Battle's comeback has actually been pretty solid. The only the research in this one was kind of bad, just because like they provide so many pieces of evidence that should be contradictory to their positions. The only one I'm not 1,000% certain on is the 0 point in Fortnite. But like that stretch one should not be valid if that's an outside source doing it, because that's what they fucking said it was on the tweet. So I don't know. That one seems kind of scuffed. As for the durability, again, I think that's wrong, but you know that's fine. They want to exclude the Among Us crew, even though they were technically around when the 0 point event happened, I believe. But whatever. Yeah, it was a good death battle. I definitely think Among Us.
I found the fight itself mid.
Yeah,
it's nothing. Look, I appreciate the effort, but it was nothing special.
This was always going to be a mid-fight, though. I think so far we have 1, 2, 3. Has it only been 4 episodes so far? Yeah.
Yes.
I do think this is the weakest in terms of outcome. Either this one or like the weakest episode so far has been Omni-Man versus Bardock. The second weakest.
I disagree. I think Jorno vs. Joker had the worst excuse for why someone won.
Yeah, but I think the research is just blatantly sucking somewhat bullshit. In Omni-Man versus Bardock, that was just bad across the board. Not only were they using non-canon feeds for Bardock, but I'm also fairly confident the Omni-Man scaling was also like super fucking winked in his favor. Joker vs. Jorno had a bad outcome, but to be fair, no, Joker vs. Jorno didn't necessarily have a bad outcome. Joker vs. Jorno's problem was that they didn't provide enough scans for what they were claiming. That was Joker vs. Jorno's biggest problem.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is they stopped the fight at they basically boiled Goal Experience Requiem down to willpower manipulation, but it's like, okay, but what about causality? Because you show that Maruki can affect him, so you lost the actual power you needed to beat. It wasn't willpower you needed to beat. It was causality.
Nah.
That's what the fight always came down to. It was nothing else. It was always, could Jorno resist Goal Experience Requiem's causality? No. If yes, he won. If no, he lost.
No, they still treated it as causality. Apparently that's what Ezio's saying. The best matchup, even though I'm not too sure about the winner, is by far Bowser versus Eggman. This, from what I've heard of people...
It's probably the best animation they've probably done in their history.
Even from people... Neo believes Bowser should have taken it, but from other people I've heard, that fight is a lot more of a coin toss than, what you would think.
I think from even what we came to the conclusion of, and from what people were telling us, that, like, Bowser got a lot more leeway than he should have. But again, I'm not going to argue with Neo. He knows way more about both of those series than I do. I feel like something's wrong about what they gave Bowser. And the more we talked to people during the stream, the more we found out that they were giving him shit that he should not have had.
Yeah, Bowser was
Or it was lacking context.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know this, but in Bowser's monster form, the big one they used during the death battle, he can't control himself in that form. He actively almost kills his own people while using it, and they don't ever bring that up once.
Oh, that should probably be something that needs to be addressed.
That should have been something brought up. Yeah, because Bowser Jr. is even like, I've never seen Dad saying before, nothing can calm him down, he's just going on a rampage. I guess their argument is that when he enters the form, because his son got hurt, his instincts would make him attack Eggman, but, you can't.
Well, you can't make that assumption, because then he would just see anything that's attacking anything as a threat, which means he would perceive everything around him as a threat.
Yeah, so that was something I found kind of interesting. I'm not going to say the matchup's right or wrong. All I'm saying is that from people who know...
Look, I'm not going to lie, since that death battle, I have had a hankering to go through fucking Sonic. Not even for research, it's just reignited, the Kidley fire.
Yeah, I get you, man. But yeah, Bowser vs. Eggman, regardless of the matchup, is probably the number one death battle, and it probably will be the number one death battle for the season. I don't think any other death battle is going to top this one.
If any of them will, it would be Wily versus Tom.
True. Anyway, thank you guys for reacting to this, although the matchup was biased. Yeah, unfortunately, while it's not the worst one, I still think this one's the worst one. This one's a close second for the research and the outcome. Among Us unironically got cheated. I guess in the end, the death battle was the imposter all along. It's a Vasta Lorde situation. Yeah, basically. I really don't want to have to go through Mario, man, but fuck me, bro. I'm tempted. If all the Mario material's online, I'm tempted.
Well, if you wanna do a fucking small collab on that, do you wanna take Sonic and I'll fucking do Mario when I get time?
Do you want to do Mario over Sonic?
Well, it's we could split it in half. You can do one of the franchises and I'll do the other.
Yeah. I'm saying I don't mind that, but I mean, like, I'll take Sonic if you want, but like, I was kind of surprised on that one.
I mean, it sounds like you'd have a rougher time going through Mario than I would.
You can emulate Sonic games, but not Mario. Oh yeah, you have Nintendo consoles, don't you?
I do, but at the same time, YouTube is also a thing I can use.
True. We'll see. That'll be a project for next year, not this year. So we'll worry about that next year. I have most of the Mario games. Sparta, do you know if Mario's guidebooks and stuff are all online? I'm sure Sonic's are all online, but that's not important right now. Overall, I can look that up for you. Well, keep us posted on that one. But yeah, overall, pretty solid death battle. I don't like how the research seems to be heavily favoring the Fall Guys, even though like there's arguments against it that they don't address. Next month, probably, or February, we'll have Kratos versus Azura, or Azura, whatever. And we'll definitely be checking that one out. God, I hope that's not going to be a 6-hour fucking stream, but we'll see how it goes. All right.
Well, the problem is, how fucking long is this going to be? It can't be their stock standard 20-minute format, because just for God of War alone, you have to address the fucking cosmology, and that is a fucking colossal task. Because they have to, because they'll have to give a definitive stance on how they see the cosmology.
How much you want to bet they don't give a definitive stance and they just say something like, these are the two possible outcomes you can go with?
So you think they're going to try and play the middle ground?
Yes, I absolutely do. Because they don't benefit. Either they're going to play the middle ground, or like Kratos is going to get so much favorability in his cosmology. Hulk versus Godzilla and Wile E. Coyote versus Tom the Cat. I think Tom takes that one. What other matchups do they have lined up? They have a bunch of matchups lined up. Technically, I think Doom Guy versus Master Chief is getting a rerun as well.
Which is basically their way of running it back and having the Doom Guy win, from what I understand. Unless Mangler pulls out some sort of fucking like master stroke that no one has ever heard of.
Oh no, Mangler's with the impression that for the most part, Master Chief should take that because he doesn't scale Doom Guy to the higher levels of speed. Hulk versus Godzilla, Simon versus the White Lantern. It's Kyle Rayner, I believe. I really need to shave and cut my hair one of these days. Not now.
I mean, I've seen Gurren Lagann once. I can kind of give you an idea of what I know from that, but like fucking the White Lantern, that's gonna be something I can't help you with. I don't fucking know DC the best of times.
I vaguely know about Kyle Rayner, but Kyle Rayner's kind of ass because he gets stomped by the first Lantern, and then Sinestro is able to beat him on his own. Ruby versus Maka's this season. So was Aang versus the Traveler.
From talking to Neo, I'm sure they're going to use Aether. I don't see them using Lamine. Aether should fucking destroy Aang, from what I've been learning about like Genshin's scaling chain. And Ruby's going to get her shit fucking rocked the hard way.
When was the last time DC won a death battle?
What's that?
I'm asking when was the last time DC won a death battle?
Not sure. It wouldn't be Raven versus the Phoenix, would it?
I think it'd be Goku versus Superman. I think that's the last time DC won a death battle, but DC always wins that death battle. It's like a free space. Raven versus Jean Grey? No, wouldn't it be Superman versus Goku?
Technically, it would be, I guess.
Raven won the Raven versus Jean Grey death battle?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one. Huh. Oh, no, I think I remember. Yeah, because they argued that Trigon scales higher than the Phoenix Force, right?
believe so.
So weird. But yeah. Alright.
Again, that's one of those fucks matchups where it's like it kind of depends on what you buy on both ends of the scaling.
Yeah. Alright then, but that was pretty chill overall. Overall, while I disagree with the death battle based on their own research, not a bad death battle. Decent animation. Wasn't the craziest in the world, but I mean, we just got done with fucking Bowser versus Eggman, and that was
Well, like, even if we didn't, I still would have said, like, I appreciate the effort, but it's nothing, like, fucking amazing.
okay. Do you think it's still better than the $100 million fight?
Oh, dude, the fucking... I'm never gonna let that boy live that down. It's like,
not
he
100 million.
doesn't even look it.
Yeah, not 100 million, not 100 million. That's the wrong number. I got a little exaggerated there, a little loosey goosey.
Yeah, I'm still never gonna let him down. It's like, it doesn't look $1 million. You can't fucking convince me.
Machamp
It has to be-
Zoro?
It has to be the fucking particle effects. It can't be, because it's sure as shit not the character models.
The character models aren't bad, but if I remember correctly, these
No,
had-
they're not. And you know what the problem is? That you probably could have ripped better models from games.
No, at the time the Hulk didn't have any better models. Broly probably.
Broly sure as shit did.
Alright, but so I think that'll be it for today's stream. There's not really too much else to talk about. We saw a death battle, we gave it an honest reaction, but the problem is at the end of the day, there's just not a lot of... There's just not too much to say on this one.
Well, it's also the problem of, like, we're two of the worst people to do this, because one of us has zero interest in either of the series, and the other one knows, like, the bare minimum.
Yep. Well, I guess that's it for the death battle, but I guess I could...
The only one that's going to be longer is Kratos versus Astra.
Bro.
But that's going to come down. Here's the thing. We're going to know exactly who's going to win when they talk about the cosmology during Kratos' like part of the video.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to keep it a honest buck with you. I want to go to my local movie theater and buy a bag of popcorn before we do that stream, so I can just show up at my house, pop open the popcorn, and just like eat as Mangler spends 3 hours dissecting every piece of information. Well, this will be it for this stream of Death Battle, but I don't know. I was going to play some Marvel Rivals for a bit, if you guys want to watch me play that.
Well, the problem that they have is that they're now in a situation of doomed if they do, doomed if they don't. If they don't use it, people... Because everyone knows about the Twitter statements for God of War. They're going to ask, why did this one get Twitter statements, but God of War didn't? And if they do use it and Kratos loses due to that, they're going to ask, well, is there a what if? Would he have won if they don't use it? The answer is still no, but you know.
I guess we'll see how it goes. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here, and then I'll be back with the new stream and play like Marvel Rivals for like an hour or so. Alright, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on the next stream.